Hey guys, this is Agatha, and I am back again with a video on sacroiliac joints. This time we're going to be doing a practice that is mostly yoga but combines a little bit of Pilates to both strengthen and release for any of you that have pain in the sacroiliac or lower back region. Now, if you're looking more for tips and tricks, then be sure to watch my video here that explains just positions to avoid and different exercises to just help and strengthen as well, but it gives you a little bit more background, and today is going to be more of a practice session. All you will need is a mat and a block. Block is not essential. If you have one, great. If you don't, you can still do this practice without one. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start in a comfortable seated position, just starting with some releases for the neck and the shoulders, but begin by taking just a couple of deep breaths in and out through the nose, becoming aware of any points of tension you might be having right now or tension that you're holding in your face or in your neck. Good, and we're just going to start by bringing the chin down to your chest and up. Good. Let's do some circles, but imagine you're drawing that circle with your nose right in front of you. So you're not really bringing your head back too far. Okay, you're focusing that circle a little bit more in front of the body and then reverse. Good. Now the shoulders just up and down a few times. You can inhale up. Exhale to drop the shoulders, lift and down. And now circle it back for 3 and 2 and 1. And then the other way, 3, 2 and 1. Beautiful. Let's come to your hands and knees for a little Chakrabakasana, CatCow. Different variations. We start by inhaling, lengthening the spine. So just careful not to arch in here too much. Okay, we want more length. And on the exhale, you're rounding up to the ceiling and you're moving back towards your heels. So this is going to give you a nice release and stretch all down the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round and back to your heels. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round and back. So you're going to keep this motion going for a few repetitions. Follow your own breathing rhythm. So as I explained in my, sacroiliac joint pain video, when dealing with the sacroiliac joint, we want to keep movements as symmetrical as possible. The asymmetrical postures in yoga can actually make your pain a lot worse because it takes your pelvis out of alignment. Okay, so this practice today is very focused on symmetry and focused on just giving you the release and the strength simultaneously, working on those hip stability muscles. Good. Let's do one more. And then you're coming up onto your knees, step 1 foot forward, then the other, and bring yourself up to standing position. Okay, so now just look down at your feet, make sure they're nice and parallel, nice and tall through the spine, and we're just going to go into some squats here. So we're going to bring the arms up, and they're going to stay at this shoulder height level. Make sure your shoulders are pulling down in your back. And we're going to inhale to hinge a bit at the hips, press your sit bones back, so you're really as if you're about to sit on a chair. Then press through your heels to come up. And we're going to keep the arms there, okay? So inhale and exhale up. Inhale and exhale up. Good. Inhale and exhale up. Inhale and exhale up. Good. Let's do 3 more. Last one here. Good. Bring your arms down. Now bring your feet a little bit closer together. Okay, we're gonna go all the way down to the floor. So just follow along. We're inhaling, lifting the arms up. On the exhale, you're coming all the way down. The heels are lifting and the chin is pulling down towards the chest to give you this nice stretch all along the spine. But to come back, we want to work the strength portion. So you're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the arms and come all the way up to standing. Exhale, lower the arms down. And repeat, inhale, arms go up. Exhale, squatting all the way down. Release the chin to the chest. Inhale, lengthen, and up you come. Exhale, lower the arms. Good, let's do this a few more times. Inhale up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, lengthen, and up. Exhale, release the arms down. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lengthen, come up. Exhale, lower the arms. 2 more times. Inhale, and exhale, down. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale up. You can even add a few breaths in position, right? So if this feels really nice to you, feel free to stay here for 1 or 2 breaths before you make your way up. When you practice this on your own, inhaling, we're coming up, and exhale, release the arms down. Good. Now we're going to go into a full yogi squat. So you have a few options here depending on how tight your hips are, stiffness in your back, and so on. You may not be able to get into the traditional pose. Traditional pose, our legs are open as wide as the mat. We're gonna go all the way down. Your tailbone is pressing down. You have your arms between your legs and you're pushing. If this is not accessible, you can bend the end of your mat and you can put your heels on it. So the elevated heels can already help you get into position. Okay, if that's also not working, then find something to hold on to that isn't going to move. And you can use that as counterbalance. So you can hold on to something and then press down as far as you can so you can get some release. So get into the position the best way that you can. Okay, your legs are pressing into your elbows. Your elbows are simultaneously pressing into the legs. You're lengthening through the spine and you're letting your chin just drop down towards your chest a little bit. Eyes are closed. Your focus here is on those exhales. On those exhales, just really allow that pelvic region to relax. And you're just imagining gravity is just pulling all those pelvic bones into the perfect alignment for your body. Okay, so we're just letting gravity do its work here. Nice deep breaths. Good, and then slowly bring your hands down to the mat. Start to straighten your legs a little bit. Bring the feet in towards each other. Slide your hands to your thighs and come all the way up to standing. You can shake your legs out for just a moment. Good. Moving on to the next step. You're going to lie down on your side. So this is where we're going to do a little bit more of a Pilates-based routine here, which is the side lift series. So part of getting that pain and all of that under control is making sure that you are working on the stability in the pelvis, okay? So you can have a couple of fingers here in front. You're aligned with the back of your mat, but your legs are slightly forward. You're going to bring the top leg up, hip height, okay? Make sure that all your muscles are engaged. You're not just relaxing into the mat. And one way to get your hips to align is by making your top leg longer than your bottom leg. That way your hip bones are aligned and the top one isn't hiking out, okay? So get that alignment. And then you're gonna go up with that top leg and down. Okay, so inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Up and down, good. Up and down. We have 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now imagine a wall in front of you, a wall behind you. You're going to do circles, but do not let that upper body move. Okay, make sure you go back the same distance you come forward. People tend to cheat here, so be careful. They go really far forward and then they like barely go to the back. So what we really want to feel is that activation in the glute, right? So you need to reach the leg back, but don't lose the upper body. Don't lose your connections. Now reverse, reach back and bring it forward. Reach back and forward. 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. Bring the legs back a little bit. Top leg is going to go up a little bit higher than your hip, and we're going to get that bottom leg to come to the top. Now don't think it's your feet that need to touch or your knees. You want to aim higher. So the energy to lift the leg should come from the top of your inner thigh, not the bottom. Here we go. Up and lower, up and down, up and lower, up, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring both your legs down. Use your arms to help you come up, and then we're just going to switch sides from here. Okay. So once again, aligning with the back of the mat, your legs come a little bit forward, top leg longer than your bottom leg. Okay, nice and parallel, and we're just going up and down, up and lower, up and lower, up, up. 5 more, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. We circle, remember, same distance to the front and to the back, up and around. 3, how stable can you keep that upper body? 2 and 1. Now reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Moving into that inner thigh one, so the legs can go back a little bit. Top leg a little higher than your hip. Bottom leg goes up and lower, up and lower. Now I realize you might need to have your hands there for support, and the tendency is people will like push into their hand to get that leg to lift. Eventually you're building up so that you don't need that hand. Okay, you can lift the leg up without any support. 2 and 1, both legs down. Bring your hands down again, press up. We're coming to a seated position. I'm going to give you a little bit of a stretch here. So one leg is extended, the other leg is bent, and you are turning your torso towards the extended leg. You're going to take a nice deep breath in, lifting the arms up, and on the exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Try not to do it from your back, okay? So it might mean for some of you, you can't go very far. Totally fine. Go where you can. Pull that chin in a little bit and try to keep a nice long back. Your heel is pressing into the mat. Okay, inhale again. Exhale, see if you can bring yourself a little bit closer to your leg. Good. Inhale, we're lengthening up again, so straighten those arms. You might have to hold somewhere else on your leg. That's fine. Exhale, release. One more time. Up. And exhale. Release. Good. Hold this one. And then bring yourself up. Bend this leg in. Stretch the other leg out. Same thing, turn your torso towards that stretch. Leg, nice deep breath in as you lift the arms up. Exhale, reach where you can, pull the chin in long back. Exhale, pull yourself forward a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, pull forward. And inhale up. Exhale, pull forward. This time, hold. Nice, and come up, all the way up. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and lie down on your back. Now, safe way to go to your side first and then roll over onto your back. So if you do have a block, grab it now. It can also be a pillow, a ball, whatever you have. If you have nothing, don't worry about it. And we're gonna place it in between the thighs. Heels are close to the buttocks, arms are down by your side. Okay, squeeze. So learn to engage your pelvic floor. Engaging your pelvic floor is another way to help stabilize the whole pelvic region. So engaging the pelvic floor means that your anus contracts, and all your kind of sex organs contract, your lower belly contracts. So all of that needs to be contracting. And if you have your hands on your buttocks, when you contract properly, you're not going to feel your glutes squeeze. That's very important, okay? So initiate from the right place. You can also imagine it as if you're trying to narrow the space between your sit bones and your hip bones, okay? So let's practice that a few times. Take a nice inhale. Exhale and engage that pelvic floor while you squeeze the block gently. Inhale, release. Okay, so you can test again, have your hands on your glutes. Just pay attention if you're squeezing there or not. Exhale, engage. Good. And release. And one more time. Exhale, gentle squeeze of the block. You're connecting that pelvic floor and then you're releasing. Okay, so now we're going to do that as the hips lift. But the challenge now is being able to still connect and contract on an in-breath instead of an out-breath. Okay, so let's just try that. You're going to inhale, engage, lift, and exhale, come down. So you also need to know how to relax that pelvic floor. Contract and relax. And contract, inhale, come up, and exhale, down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Good. And inhale up, exhale down, and inhale up, exhale down. On the next one, we're going to hold up there for 4 breaths. So come up as you inhale and just hold it here for 4 full breaths. Make sure that the weight is even across all points of your feet. You have a gentle squeeze of that block. And on the next exhale, you bring the hips down. Good. Let's take the block away. You're going to cross one ankle over the opposite thigh. Hold the back of the thigh with both hands. You can use your elbow here to keep the leg that you're stretching open. Okay, and I want you to push and pull simultaneously. So that leg that you're stretching is pushing into the thigh, but simultaneously you're pulling the leg in towards the chest. Hold there and breathe. Should feel like a really nice stretch on the side of your hip and glutes. Good, and then we're switching sides. So same idea, You're pushing and pulling simultaneously, keeping that leg open with your elbow. Keep those shoulders down. If you cannot keep those shoulders down because of tightness and different areas of the body, you can take a pillow and just place it behind your head, and that should help you stay a bit more comfortably in the position. Good. We're going to release that. Nice. Let's finish off with a little happy baby pose. So you're going to bring both legs up. The knees are bent and they're externally rotated. And see if you're able to grab a hold of your big toe. You might not be able to, so grab where you can on your leg. If you're able to grab a hold of your big toes, we're grabbing it with our peace sign fingers. And the goal is to just press the feet up towards the ceiling while keeping your sacrum down on the mat. So we don't want to lift it up like this. We want to keep everything down. That's the whole point, is to just get this nice release through the back. Okay, you can lift your head up and just pull your chin towards your chest slightly and just enjoy that lengthening in the spine. Nice deep breaths here. See how much you can press the feet and the heels right up towards the ceiling. Keep the sacrum down, chin pulling in slightly, and just breathe. Good, and then release the feet, let the legs go down to the mat. You can keep your legs bent, you can stretch. Just a couple of breaths in this position, just relax. Notice the sensations in the body. Good, and now we're going to turn to our side. When you turn to your side, be attentive to turning with the hip and the shoulder together, meaning don't just turn the upper body or the lower body first and the rest follows. That's not a great strategy for protecting that sacroiliac joint or your back, right? Depending what it is that's hurting on you. So imagine there is a rod connecting your shoulder to your hip, and turn both together. Press one hand down and then push yourself up to a seated position. Our nice easy pose here. Close your eyes. We're just going to do 3 conscious breaths. You can keep your index finger and your thumbs together and close your eyes. And I just want you to breathe in and out through your nose. Try to completely fill the lungs, front, side, back, down to your belly as you inhale. And on your exhale, empty the belly, empty the lungs. And if you are still in pain or feeling pain, try to bring that breath right down to the space of your pain. And use it as an invitation for the muscle to just expand, relax, release, and just imagine that pain just leaving with your breath. Good. Let's bring the hands down to the mat. Take a big inhale, reach the arms up, palms stay together, bring the palms down to your heart center. Namaste, Sat Nam. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, give it a like, post a comment so I know. I love to get feedback on how these techniques are working for you. If you don't have time to do the full set, maybe there were specific exercises that we did today that you thought were really helpful, you found some release or relief with it, then keep that going. It's important to find something that you do consistently. You know, really just show up for yourself to help that pain, to release the tension and to strengthen. You need to be consistent with the work. Thanks so much, and I hope to catch you here again on the next one. Bye-bye.